how are we dealing that emotion?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah. Cut. So how do overwhelming emotions begin to affect our thought process? And also, how can we mitigate that from a distance? Like, you're saying, when inakuja hivi, yeah, the same way before a storm, we can predict a storm is coming. Yeah. So how can we do?
So that's a good question. So our emotions, actually it starts like a feeling. And then after feeling it, we begin to think about it.
So feelings start before emotions?
Okay, feeling is the emotion.
Sorry. Feelings and thought.
Yeah.
Which one starts?
Feeling starts first.
Feelings start, then thoughts.
Then thoughts, yes. Yeah, that's why I broke down into three. You remember the feeling, the thought, and the physical. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So it starts with the feeling. I feel angered right now, you know. For example, you step on my shoe, and maybe I love that shoe so much. What happens immediately? You feel bad. First you feel the pain, and then you feel bad. Ikiatu nimeiosha siku mzima, and then now you step on it, you know. You feel angry, and you want to slap that person. So the feeling, and then now you begin to think. So the first thought will start coming to my mind, in all these people wenye wako hapa, yeye ndo ameona tu anikanyage. You see? So the thought begins to get distorted. So that's now the distorting thinking. The overwhelming emotion and the overwhelming feeling now leads to the distorting of the thoughts. And now you start feeling like, I'm not good enough, you know. I feel like this person does not treat me well. Is it because I'm short? Is it because I'm ugly looking? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I add some weight so that I may feel loved? Maybe I should just do this, you know. No, those are thoughts which now begins to affect, to go deeper and start questioning your worth, you know. Start questioning your identity. Maybe I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Maybe this person has just seen me. Maybe I'm coming from a poor background. I don't need that kind of attention. You see, this person is from this family. I cannot associate with them because I haven't dressed well, you know. Maybe I'm not getting a good person who will love me because of how I look. So the thoughts now becomes the issue. And when we are not being able to actually find an outlet, a safe outlet of how we feel and what we are thinking, then now it turns to physical. Now you begin to look, how will I escape? How will I escape? That's always the end of it. When you get overwhelmed and you get distorted in your thoughts, the end part is, I want to get rid of everything, of how I'm feeling. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like I'm burdening people, you know? So where will I escape from? And most of the time, sadly, most of it is always like, maybe this world is not a good place for me. You know, maybe when I go, the world will be a better place. Maybe if I go, my mom and my parents will be happy. Maybe they will stop getting worried about me. Maybe I will stop borrowing money and all these debts because I don't know how to pay them, you know? So maybe if I go, all these things will end. So people are not finding solutions, they're finding escape routes. Yeah, so everything, the overwhelming just has a way of distorting our mind. And when it distorts our mind, that's now where we lead to the tunnel. Yeah.
So when our mind is distorted, we think of the escape.
The escape.
And you're using that word distorted. So sometimes it's not the actual thing, so it's distorted.
Yeah. Actually, I love, I don't know who said it. There's this guy, I don't know if you have read the book of the seven highly effective people.
Steve
Covey.
Covey.
Yes. He mentioned something very important. And he says that there is a difference between the stimulus, now the thing that actually triggers you, and the reaction. There is a space in between. And that space most of the time is the space for you to decide how are you going to respond. So if we are not able just to pause, that's now when we lead to it. Emotions has nothing to do with actually suicide mindset or suicidal thoughts. Most of the time it's when we are not able to process it and we are not able to name it, we are not able to actually regulate it, that pushes us to the edge. It's not the emotion itself. Emotions has nothing to do with us wanting to just end our situations or just having maybe just, you know, it's sometimes more important. It's how we manage. The period of managing, the period of navigating through the storm is what matters. Yeah.
You know, when you're talking about what happens and how we respond, some months ago something happened to me and it was funny. It's, looking back, it looks funny.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I saw how it affected me. Like, I had a worn-out charger. Yeah. And I could tell this charger, like, it will stop to function any moment. In fact, it's still functioning.
Yeah.
So, someone had, in the office, someone had turned off the extension.
Sure.
So, when I pressed the charger and it didn't work,
Yeah.
I was like, finally, yeah. Then I had some little money, but it was for something else. So I was like, yeah. Mbona imeacha tu saizi.
Yeah.
Mbona ikugoja maybe by nilikuwa nimepata certain amount of money. So I stepped out very fast and I went to get the extension, the cable.
Yeah.
So nikapata cable mzuri sana, mrefu. Na nikatestiwa. Then I came back.
Yeah.
I put the phone. Then I really bargained. Pesa iko nini? I put the phone. Then it wasn't charging. Then my emotions zikanini. Wewe msana nuzia charger mbaya.
I can imagine.
Then I don't know how I looked at the extension. Then I realized it's the extension. So I fixed the extension and the new charger, the new cable worked. Then I got the old cable and it worked. Then I felt bad. I have bought a new cable, and the old cable still works. So it was a roller coaster of emotions. Then I caught myself and was like, so if the old cable was not working, I would be more happy. See, I should be happy now I have two chargers. But I think this was now tied to the money, like now the money could have been spent on something else. It has also happened in relationships. Like you find a case of someone break up sijui na nani, then the other person goes and they do well, then the other person feels bad. Like most people when they break up, they want to hear so and so and a suffer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But you know.
I know. That is the expectation.
Ati anasuffer.
Yeah.
But you realize, the same applies maybe even with companies. When someone leaves a certain workplace, they want to hear that maybe your company ilifungwa, maybe something has happened. Unaona, maybe hata wanataka maybe kusikia, maybe you didn't, I don't know. But sometimes not even actually what is happening to us. That's the nini. It's how you are responding. Yeah, it's how.
That's very true. I love that story. Actually, it reminds me.
Let me add on that story. I think
go ahead.
Also the cable. The cable had been given by someone. Someone I was trying to make something work. But
Yeah. I get.
So, and in between now, when it didn't work. Now I was like looking for a sign like, hey, this thing, you know, there's a way something flows, and there's a time you feel like you're hitting the wall.
Sure.
And I was like, I was in that state like we are hitting the wall. So when it was not working, I was like, Amma, this is a sign that the relationship will not work. Then finally when it works. It worked. I was like, kumbe it can work. You know, so sometimes I think I assign so much. I don't know, now it's feeling some meaning to the whole thing. Like now I'm assigning feelings of the charger to this person.
True. I can actually relate. And I think this is one of the things that most people, especially ladies. Okay, I'm a Christian, I'm a born again Christian. So you tend to, you know, I have to dream. You meet somebody and you're like, mimi sikukuota. I have been praying God to give me a sign, you know. And my sign maybe, kwa mind yangu nimeambia Mungu, huyu mtu akikuja leo, anafaa kunifanyia hivi, anafaa kunisalimia hivi. Anilete chocolate. If ataniletea chocolate, that's the one. Na kama ataleta si huyo, you know. So we attach a lot of expectations and how we feel also to things and people. And most of the time, this is very wrong because it can really mess our emotions. And most of I can remember, I think I also had an experience with charger. And I think it's almost similar to yours. Like I'm just gonna buy cable. Nili buy a full charger type C. So I remember I bought this type C, this type C to C, the C to C charger at 800 shillings. So nikanua 800, I was like, no, this is the charger. Nimeteseka na macharger sana. So this one is the first and the last. I'm going to take care of this charger like my baby.
It's my soulmate charger.
Exactly. Because I can't imagine buying a charger at 800 shillings. I was like, hey, nimeweza tu chargers at 200.
I tap into anointing.
Then nimeweza tu chargers at 200, 300. Sasa here 800. Leo, this is my money I've invested like. So I took that charger and I went home. So nilikuwa naichunga. So I used to have a cable but sikuwa na header. So mtu angeniomba charger ningempatia hiyo cable but not my charger because there's a way I just want it's like nimetie an attachment to it. So nikakaka na hiyo charger kwa ofisi. So like 2 weeks down the line, the charger refused to work. So I'm like, is it nini? Nikapea mtu akaniambia, Beatrice, are you sure this charger of yours is working? Ilianzia hapa and I'm like, yeah, it's working. I bought this charger at 800. Why are you saying it's not working? And he's like, no, it's not working. I mean, nikamwambia bullet hiyo ina charging simu yangu. So me putting in my phone, by the way, it's not charging. So I'm like, why? So nikamwambia mi kwangu kwa nyumba ina charging. So maybe it only accepts the power in my house but not in the office.
Distorted thinking.
So I'm really living in denial. I am not accepting that the charger is not working because I have put a lot of emotion to the charger and a lot of attachment. Sasa nimeenda nyumbani. The first thing I got home hata sikutoa viatu, direct to the socket. I want to test the charger.
And you really believed it?
And I really believe that it has to work.
In that power.
Because kama iwako ofisi hii yangu mpaka iwork because it has been working. So you can't tell me it's not working right now. So ninaenda kuweka kwa charger, kwa the socket. Man, nadunga haingi. It's not lighting up like it used to. So I'm like, I know it yes, nikahama kwa hiyo socket, kenda kwa socket ingine. See, that is denial.
Charger 800.
It has to work.
Yeah, it has.
So in the period of all that, first of all, nimebeba hiyo feelings zote of it not working from the office till home because I can't do anything else until I have to confirm that it's actually working. So nimetoka kwa hiyo socket nimeenda kwa hiyo socket ingine. Now my moods have changed. I'm angry, I'm frustrated. 800 charger hatijakaa mwezi ishaharibika. So why? Nimeconnect, it's not working. I just sat there. Nika feel like I feel disappointed ile 800 charger. So I was like, no. I will never again, you see now, I will never again buy a charger at 800. Never again. Charger hata tu nieri ninunue ya 200 and all that. And you see now that frustration, that disappointment, that anger, ikaanza kunifanya nikaanza kuwa na certain perception. Nilikoniwa. You know, nilikoniwa do zangu. I will never go to that store, you know. Kwani aliona tu niko na pesa. You start feeling this person really use that as an opportunity to get money out of you, and when unakuwa unaumia, the frustration now begins to hit. So after hapo, imagine simu iko 2%. Now another pain, another anger. Simu yangu iko 2%. Sijui nitatoa wapi charger. Now I'm going to the neighbors to borrow charger, but with full of emotions. So nikaenda kwa jirani mmoja nikamnokea. Akufungua mlango yake na stima iko on. First, I'm not sure even if that person is in the house, but I was so mad at him.
Even you are not sure, hata kama hajafungua, hajui ni nani.
Exactly. Sasa niko already nimebeba hiyo frustration. Just sasa moment si hatujafungua. You see, the point is it's not that he has not opened the door. The point is I've already coming to you with emotions from a charger that the emotions started at the office. And that's how relationship builds. They keep stacking. Not relationship, emotions keep stacking up. The overwhelmment, the pain, the frustration keeps they keep like turning, piling, and then you can't hold it anymore. Nika knock. You know nenyo nanokianga mtu pole pole tu. Like gently. Nika knock ya kwanza kufungwa, ya pili gently. The next one, I took a stone. The person did not open.
You took a
nilichukua hapo manga nikasema labda huyu mtu anisiki. And you know like that's the only person that I have engaged with at the neighbors hapo. Unajua kuna wale wenye wezeni kwenda kuomba. The people you have befriended and you know that if I have a problem I can count on this person. So I took a stone down there nikagonga konga. Hakufungua. So I was so frustrated, and then now another. So you also
had another aspect is you had more expectations from this person. So maybe if it was another neighbor, maybe
ignore too because I was like, this one is the only person that I can count on now because my phone is 2%, the charger is not working. I feel angered, I feel frustrated walinikon. Na sasa wewe pia ufungue mlango, why? You know, this is the time I need. You need to open the door. You see? So there was so much that were happening at that time. So in that process of knocking with the stone, ni kama huyu mwingine, you know, sasa the houses are like this, the door here. So nika feel nika na knock kwake. So he opens. So he opens and akaniambia, ametoka. Do you know that? You're like, oh my God.
How did you feel?
Hey! Nilikuwa embarrassed, number one, because I was like, sasa hata nagonga aje na mawe, surely, who does that? Number two, she was like, ametoka. And I'm like, sawa. Unajua ile yenye una feel you're now back to reality. Ni kama yote time you were so taken by emotions that you are not thinking through, and now somebody stops and tells you no, that person is not in. That thing brings you back to reality. You stop getting mad, kumbe hayuko. So why are you being worked up by someone who is not even there? And then akaniuliza, so what do you need? Akikuja nitakwambia, akaniambia I need a charger. Uko na type C? Kaniambia niko nayo. She gave me type C, nikarudi kwa nyumba. So when I was charging, I just felt a kind of relief. Like, oh, okay. So hii yote tu ni mimi. See, it's all you. Everything just starts within you. And that's why it's very important. If you get to the age, you need people, you need support. Somebody to bring you back to reality. Because when you are angered, when you are in your emotions, high in emotions and overwhelmed, most of the time we are not even in the present time. We are just there. We are working up with our emotions. We are actually just reacting. But when you have people to talk to, you have somebody just who can back to reality. This is not the end, you know. So
good thing the neighbor also hakutoka na like ati mbona unapiga kelele. Now that would also have escalated
the anger. And even sasa mngeanza kupigana ama kurushana maneno as most people do, you know.
You know, when you umesema hivyo ime bring a thought. There was, in the news there was a roommate who killed the other person over sijui walikuwa disagree about nini. Sijui ni flushing the toilet or something and si ndio? So is the real issue, was it the flushing?
No.
Maybe unaweza to take us through ndio ifike hii place ya
killing someone.
I also know of a case where brothers ganged up. It was a family of many brothers. So one brother akakula avocado ya huyu mwingine. So huyu akajam akampiga, then the bigger brother akapiga huyu juu amepiga huyu brother yake mdogo. Then they ganged up, then wakapiga huyu, but I don't know how it escalated, wakampiga bahati mbaya akakufa. So, but was it really the avocado? No. Then we have conductors. We have so many cases and this should come to an end. Mtu amerushwa nje ya mat for 10 bob.
10 shillings, yes.
Si ndio? So is it really the 10 bob? Kakitu kadogo kanafanya mtu analipuka afu anafanya kitu hadi. So
okay, in my personal explanation, I will say no. It's not the 10 shillings, it's not the avocado, you know, it's not the flushing of the toilet. Most of these things starts long way before. It's just that zimekuwa zikiaccumulate. Alafu sasa unapata opportunity and then you use that opportunity. You see, it's like you see people who get angered. Unajua umekasirika and you don't want to anger. Unatoka. Utaki kunireactia, you know, and then you leave the house. So you know you are leaving the house, you have saved me, but ujui tena kupatana na nani uko nje. Unaona? Sasa ashuke tu hivi stairs apatane na msi ameacha gate wazi. Na imeandikwa hapo close the gate. You see, that alone can really cause a very fatal accident down there. Not because at a gate is the only person who has left that house, that gate from morning to evening, just because you are in a season, you are in a moment of emotion. And you just don't know where to pour it out. You don't have an outlet. And then something happens, it triggers it, and boof, you explode. You know, it's like a balloon. Take for example, you give me a balloon right now. I start to put pressure in. So I'll keep pressuring, but it has a limit. It eventually will explode. You know. So it's the same way with a human being. So take for example, our macho mwenye alirushwa. I don't know, when was it? Was it this year or last year?
I guess it was early this year, late last year.
So imagine that person, he was innocently, maybe he didn't have any other cash. Maybe alikuwa tu na hiyo 50, lakini gari ni 60. You see? So first of all, alipanda, amekaa, amelipa, and then this person tells him, gari ni 50. I'm sure maybe kuna mtu mwingine aliongea na yeye chini akamwambia gari ni 60 but I have 50 akamwambia panda. Maybe I was not the only one who paid the 50 shillings, you see. But then akafika hapo, you see how utanikuja unipate in a certain mood. The way you face me or the way you engage with me also determine what you get. Jupia me, I have my problems. You see? So maybe kakwa huyu ako angered, it became an escalation and you just, the option thing ilikuwa we shuka. Akufikiria gari nasonga. So it just reacted in a strip of a second. And that's what I talked about, reality. When people are overwhelmed with emotions, they are not themselves. Most of the time they're just hapa kwa hewa tu. It's the emotions that are holding them. And at the snap of that, anything can happen in between there. Atataka kujua gari na move, atataka kujua ni nini atashika kugonge nayo, anything that is accessible at that time, he or she will use it. Flushing the toilets, really? Wengine hata nakuanga Colgate. Especially in marriages, you hear people say you get married today and then you enter unapata we are fungangi the flop of the toilet. Sasa hiyo peke yake na ukasirisha. If you are not able to communicate and each day this person goes inside the toilet alafu anaiwacha hivyo. Alafu umwambi, sasa wewe unakasirika tu. Tena anaingia naacha tena unakasirika tu. Unanyamazia anaingia tena nakasirika tu. 1 year tu bado umekasirika na umwambi. And then one day you just can't hold it. And then you just enter one day unamwambia nimeshinda nikikwambia close the tab, close this, I've been telling you, and then this person say you have never told. So you see that exchange and the piled emotions over here can really cause anything can happen in between. So it's very, very important not to suppress emotions. Air it out. Find a safe outlet to speak about it. I'll give a story, my own story.
Sure.
So just as I said, I dated this guy and I dated with him for a very long time. Nilikuwa nimempenda na kila kitu yangu, like both the hands and the, yani umewaingia relationship full. Like right now everything that I am is defined by that person. If that person loves this, I love that.
Hata team yenye na support you start supporting.
I start supporting, yeah. If he loves sneakers, I have to change from wearing heels to sneakers because that's what he loves. You see? So I was that kind of a person. Yani, I changed me to be him because of him. So tukadate. Oh, my friends used to tell me, hey Beatrice, hey Squeezy, yeah, you have been lost in this thing of love. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm loved. And you know, when you are blinded by emotions, no reality seems to make any sense. So there were so many red flags, but hata ukiambiwa manze hausiki, unasema to this one is mine, I will deal with him, I will change him.
I'm sure you are you're also praying for him.
I was really praying. I had already seen a future. Hadi nilikuwa nimeona watoto, like everything.
You had given them names?
You can't imagine. Like I was so into it, like fully emotionally invested. Wacha hiyo nyoto naulizanga what will you bring in the table. Mimi nilikuwa naleta emotions zangu and I had fully invested there.
And you were the table.
And I was the table. So I was like, hey, yani, have you ever built a future from scratch? Yani ukilala hivi, the only thing you are building castles. You see yourself going to work and him dropping you. We had visions, we had, me I was in another level. Only to realize every time my friends could snap me back to reality, I could still go back. He could do something wrong, a big red flag, but to me I was like an understanding girlfriend. So I'm here to tell any lady who is an understanding girlfriend or understanding wife, it's good to understand, but understand with boundaries. Boundaries will only come when you are aware of who you are. I had lost myself to him. If you could have asked me that time who is Beatrice, I don't know. Meaning ningekuambia the version of him because everything about my life rotated around him. And I would love to say this because most relationship is what fuels people to suicide.
Sure.
Broken relationship inakuweka huko, you feel worthless. Me, I felt worthless. At the end of it, umwaika that day akisema tu it's over, sasa nimekaa kwa nyumba sasa. Nikachukua wembe. I've cried. Like nimelia for almost, I don't know, I cried from 5 to 10 p.m. Crying, nimejilokia kwa nyumba, crying. People will call me, I'm not picking, I'm just crying. Your time nikilia, I'm just thinking. So I'm feeling all the anger, the frustration, the investment. Yani mimi msi aoni vile nime-invest. I was also body shamed in that relationship. I had to work myself. They told me I was so skinny, so I need to add weight to look like this, like this, like this. Nilikuwa nafanya
squats.
I used to do a lot of vitu to fit in. Na hizo vitu zote ni emotional. I'm investing there emotionally. Because first you have degraded how I look. So already kuna a self-esteem that has reduced. But because your love and the blindness, I still say, I can work on this, you know, I can change, you know. But at the end of the day, it's the emotional wound that you are still piling up. So nilikuwa nimefika at the age, and then at the end of the day ananiambia tuwezi work.
In text,
in text. So umereceive hivyo, umecall mse ashiki, umemcall ashiki. Nikakaa wembe, atafuta a razor blade. Nikakaa chini, kwa hiyo time nimelia huku, machozi imejaa, makamasi, everything, like I was so hopeless. Like so hopeless. I felt like there's no point. Now the person that my whole life had rotated to, the future that I was looking
to
build.
The pillar of your strength.
Yeah, the pillar of my strength. He was like a god.
My world.
My wow, my everything, my only being in my githeri, like everything. Ameniacha.
My king.
So, maisha, what is life without that person?
Imagine.
He was the person I wanted to become. Like, that's the life we were building. Sasa nita build nini? Who will I ever find somebody who will understand like me? Hakuna mtu atanipenda vile niko. You know, all those the things of feeling after nimefanya hii, I'm worthless. I don't deserve any other good thing. Kaka hapo tu na wembe. So in the process of all thinking all that and feeling hopeless and nini, nikajaribu kufanya intention ya kujikata. Kitu tu is just stopping me. Ninafanya hivi, nainua tena, najaribu, nalia, naacha. And then something just struck me. Call mom.
What was your intention?
I wanted to cut myself and bleed to death. Like, that was the pain I was feeling. I could have endured that pain. But I don't know what was really stopping me.
Repeat that again. The pain?
The pain that you go through, like it's what is actually was your pain ya kujikata ndio ingekuwa inasimamisha, you know.
So the pain the emotional pain you are feeling could have numbed the pain ya kujikata.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, nikifeel hiyo pain, hata hiyo yenye na feel itaisha tu. And after all, I'll bleed and I will live. And I'll find peace, maybe, you know. And maybe I will not have to see him with another person. Because at the end of the day, break up na mtu ni nini ingine una expect atapata mtu mwingine. So that's the pain, the kind of thing you don't want to go through. And I was feeling like atapata mtu but mimi sijui nani atanipata. So why should I remain lonely? The easier way ni, let me cut myself. So I cried. Then I called my mom. And I called my mom. Now it was like, maybe I should tell somebody I'm going, you know. People write suicide notes, but for me I thought like, I was in Mombasa, so my mom was in Eldoret.
You thought you'll do a voice note.
What a voice note. Let's just talk to maliza the story. So I called my mom crying. Nililia. And I thank God for my mom. Because one thing African moms don't know is unaenda unapeleka mtoto shule uni and you don't expect them to get into relationships.
No, you are immune at that.
I was immune in that time. So I was expecting my mama ananiambia, nilikwambia mambo ya wanaume achana nayo, enda shule usome. You know, that's African mom for us. But my mom was there. I cried. And she took her sweet time just to hear me cry. Akanyamaza akiniambia, lia tu yote umalize, lia tu. I cried. And then at the end of the day, when you create that safe space, somebody is able to open. So after nimelia, and then it get to a point now you are just relaxed. Now my mom asked me, what's wrong? I've been heartbroken, how I feel. And apparently my mom kind of knew the person. So one thing my mom told me this is not the end of your life. Great men are out there. People who will treat you as the woman you deserve to be. So if you want to cry, cry. Sai, maliza. right now, how old are you? I told her my age, and she was like, your age, hata kabla ufikishe hii utakuwa umepata mtu na ume move on. So why are you crying? Achana, that was not for you. There is something better for you.
Sure. Ndio alikuwa kusahau birthday.
Alikuwa kusahau birthday.
Unaona karibu tupoteze mtoto mrembo hivi na jamaa hata anasahau birthday.
Anasahau hadi birthday. And those were kind of the red signs that people used to tell me but I couldn't see. So I was there crying, I cried. And my mom was like, just cry, get over it, and just know you're going far. This is not the end. Na kuniambia tu hivyo, I was like, then why should I even end my life? And that was the clicking point. She brought me back to reality. She offered me a safe space to cry without feeling judged or anything. And she was like, no, don't even think to do anything stupid. Already hata kabla hata nimwambie kenye nilikuwa naenda kufanya alikuwa anajua anything can happen. Don't do anything stupid. You know, you are an amazing woman and you will go far. And if nobody loves you, we love you. And above all, the highest, the King of Kings loves you most. So you will still find somebody worth your time, worth your investment, everything. So don't give up. There is still good things ahead. And it's okay to be left. Hata mimi akaanza kunipa story yake. Hata mimi niliachwa na pilot. Sasa na nikakuja kusettle na huyu. Sasa
budako sio pilot.
Bali budangu si pilot.
So ungekuwa mtu wa pilot. Imagine.
Na yeye alikubali kuachwa. Sasa
the pilot flew.
They flew away.
Akaka flight mode.
Exactly. And I moved on. I'm here, I'm happy, I have amazing kids. So if niliachwa na pilot, and you can understand pilot at my time alikuwa msee bazoo. So what is this? No, there are people out there, and I felt like, oh, okay. So hata kuna bado nitapatana hata na my lawyers, my engineers. So this should not be my end.
Sure.
And that was the shift.
Wow.
And she saved me.
Yeah.
She saved me.
Thank
so, Mom, wherever you are, thank you so much. You saved an angel. And right now, I am also advocating and changing someone's life. Yeah, you don't have to feel alone. Mom, I love you so much. Yeah.
Mom, we thank you. Thank you for picking that call. Imagine if you didn't pick that call.
I'm trying to imagine.
You should not be here.
I'm trying to
Allow me to take you to a dark place. Kindly.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. For a minute, you can take time to answer, but for a minute, imagine you called but your mom didn't pick. What could have happened?
Well, I'm trying to imagine, because when I was making that call, I was in a balcony.
Yeah, balcony.
Yeah. So there were two options: either to throw, to cut yourself. So I'm trying to imagine if my mom could not have picked. The easiest way is to just jump.
I've brought up that thing. I know it's triggering, but I've brought it up because sometimes you might go to call someone, but maybe due to other reasons, they might not be able to pick. Sure. So, and maybe now someone will be like, you see, after they don't care for me. So that's my worry. Like, would your mind, also you said sometimes our thoughts are distorted.
Yes.
Would the distorted thought have guided you to call someone else? Could have your distorted thoughts have told you maybe there is network issues, I will call in the morning? Or now the distorted thoughts would be like, now you see, even maybe at that moment your mom is the most trusted person. You see, even she's not ignoring your call or something. Maybe this is assigned to end, and now maybe use the blade or you jump over the balcony. So also someone who is out there, we were talking with the previous speaker about sometimes frustrations comes when looking for help.
Sure.
You're like, so and so will give me a job.
Hapo kwa wase.
Yeah. But wase wenye medelete namba yangu from last year. Na wachia God anaona. Last year I went through a tough
time.
A tough time. But I'm still going through the tough time.
Yes.
But last year it was tough. Like I lost 2 jobs. Like I lost a job that I'd been working in. Then kapata job ingine nikairuse within a month. Then unaitwaje? Hao si wa nyumba ni tango nani?
Landlords, agents.
Agents wakakuja kwa nyumba wakabeba vitu zangu. Then kidogo place tulikuwa tunaishi goons in conjunction with the county. I don't know why the county should use goons. Or anyone should use goons. Wakakuja to evict place tulikuwa tunaishi.
Okay.
So nikaruse tena vitu. Yeah. Do you know what a bed? Ile kitu ya pale mbele like the one unajaribu kuifunganisha. Someone alipita nayo. Nikabaki na
okay. Sasa tapeleka wapi wengine?
Tanaenda na uze.
Aenda uze. Wow.
But they had to sell now hicho kikitu. Sasa I had to sell baadaye. Sasa nisaidie kulipa rent ya place.
Yeah, next month. Another place.
Okay. Then around that time pia nilikuwa I got mugged, nikaibiwa simu. So many things were happening.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It was a tough time, sorry.
Yeah. Then I met this lady. This is the funny thing. I met this lady, and I don't know why ladies are obsessed with jobs, but I don't blame them. Maybe from a lady's perspective, I'm like, can this person take care of me? Can they provide anything?
Yeah.
So I met this lady, the vibe was amazing, kila kitu was amazing. But I was in between jobs. Then I didn't have the energy kwenda kutafuta job. So nilikuwa nataka ni chill kidogo. Nilikuwa feel like I try maybe stand on my own without relying on employment. Then she was like, I remember at one point she just told me, tell me you have a job. Like I was like, sasa story ya job imetokea
wapi?
Yeah. Marian, bado sijapata job.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was the end. Like it didn't progress.
Like she was like, tell me you have a job. So maybe I don't know. She thought maybe I'm an ambitious, sina job, sina nini. Yeah. Then I think mkienda hizo she leads. Hizo vitu kai hizo networks. Then coach this lady's peer is sound robotic. She was like, tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 years. Naona. Sasa nikaanza kuji-explain. Karibu nifanye PowerPoint presentation in the next 5 years. It was so robotic. Like you don't have to kuambia mtu, tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 years.
Yes.
Tell me where you see yourself. No, there's a way you can get that information.
In a good
so I don't know, alikuwa ameenda seminar fulani, it was a half-baked, akatoka ikuwa half-baked. Alikuja zile, tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 years.
Then maybe carried it to you now.
Then I think I remember, don't date someone maybe on a job. So tulikuwa kwa process ya kujuana. But we used to know each other before and I was working.
Yeah.
So I popped up from nowhere. So it was during this process ya naruzi job and tumekuwa tukijuana and it was like there was like a vibe going on. Then all of a sudden I could like, tell me you have a job. So around that time pia watu wengi wali delete namba yangu, but God anawapenda.
But allow me to speak on that. And because all these things tend to be emotionally connected.
Yeah.
For people to actually manifest in the physical, it's something that begins from the inside. And you find that there are people growing up, ladies, let me talk for the ladies through the example you have shared. A good example, let me start from the roots. So you meet a lady and this lady like wants to find a man who will provide for her, who will protect her. Others will come with different expectations. And most of these expectations roots back to their background. Unajua, kuna wengine they are looking for fatherly love. Is this man able to love me like my father would, because they lacked the fatherly love? And there are others who are actually looking for a man to provide, kwa sababu wakuwa na mtu wa kuprovide, wame struggle with maybe their single moms, you know, na wengine even they have raised their own siblings. So there is something specifically mse anatafuta. Hapo anaenda hii seminar, mse anamwambia vile it's so hard for you to, why should you get married to a man that does not have a job? Huyo mse ata kufrustrate, and there's this also notion ya wanaume kuwekwa. I don't know, you other men are looking for women who are working so that for them they can just stay in the house. And there is just a lot of things that are happening in this generation right now. But if you do a great research, most of them tie back to their emotions, their things that they have suppressed, their realities that they cannot actually face, their things they are just trying to lean on ndo wa cope na life, unaona. And you find that people are just, things have changed. Siku hizi hadi unashangaa, how is a man anayekuwa aje? Like hadi ye mwenye ako so comfortable, like ye kazi yake tu ni kuamka kuwatch game, akae aongoje demu wake arudi, apike, like really, like there is something that is going wrong. There is
After then, unfortunately, hao wakwe kuna kutoa sometimes pia wana cheat. Sasa
exactly.
Then
una pesa yenye unampea amepea chick mwingine, like
so ujue ukiekwa uko job. So ukicheat una lose job na dem
at the same time.
Job and love. So venye mtu uchunga job ufai. I think kama umeweka unafaa to protect the relationship.
To protect the relationship.
More,
And me, I just want to talk to those like my fellow ladies. It's very, very important to know what you want. We all go for seminars, I personally included. But I want to tell you something somebody told me. Like, if you go to a seminar, to a conference, pick what is necessary for you. Even today, as we are doing all this speaking, there are several speakers that have spoken to 1,000 people in this platform. But in every speaker, there is something you should pick and run with. Because you can't carry everything. And there are things that maybe are not working for you. But there is something specific you have carried that will be a benefit to your life, to your generation, to your future, to your career, and that can change even the kind of relationships that you build. And this is a very, something you need to note. Even notion that you can't date somebody who does not have a job, it's very wrong.
That I was not it's gonna ati I'm marrying them, I'm dating them. The vibe too was continuing. So it was to continue, but I'll call like, tell me you have a job. No? Okay,
vibe inaishia hapo, like no more talking, done. No. We can't base the kind of relationships and friendships we want to build over what somebody earns or what that person does. There is so much an individual carries, including you. You know, as a woman, as much as nataka nijue, Njeru, can you provide? Mimi nataka kujua, wewe nataka kujua, am I respectful? You see, there is something, there is a transaction that each of us has to play. So in case niseme uko na job na mimi nikupate wewe madam you're not respectful, will that relationship go? No. So it is very, very important find out if a person is able to provide the last thing to decide whether this person is good for you or not.
Not the first.
But not the first thing. Because a man it carries vision. And today he may not have the job, he may not have the business, he may not be where he perceives himself to be, but that does not mean it's the end. I'll give you an example of my own story. My fiancé, because I'm actually engaged.
Congratulations.
Yes. When I met him, he had a very good job. Very good job. Yani hiyo time ningetaka kukula chochote, man, I could eat. If I want to go anywhere, I would go without questions asked. And then I think a year or 2 years down the line, he lost his job. During it time ya NGOs and all this, kukakuwa na hizo cut-offs and all that, he lost his job. So kama ningekuwa napenda huyo mseju ya job, should I have left him? If that was my number one key, I could have left. But because it wasn't about that, that was not my main, it was the last thing I looked at. But the main thing was all the qualities I was looking. Was he a man who knows God? Not just knowing God, does he love God? Because there is knowing and there is
and does God know him? You know, there are people
Exactly. So that was the thing I was looking for. So I kept all my emotions about how I felt, because you know the vibe is good, which is cultivated by the emotions. Yeah. The excitement that mnaongea hadi kuanzia 7 mpaka 3 a.m. Yani conversation haiishi. So that excitement, those are emotions that you are investing. But put the emotions aside and start looking at this person in the logical way. Who is he? And is he aligning to my values? Is he aligning to what I want? Is he the man that if I close my eyes, I see a future with? Si ile ya kuforce. Ile ingine, ile ya, by the way, if we lack money today, na tuamue tunarudi ushago, how will it be? See, the tough questions. Now that's when you get to know if this person is for you or not. So, to cut all that thing short, or what I'm trying to put across is there is so much more than just what we feel.
Sure.
Because feeling is something that is temporal. You know? Marriage, unasikia watu wanaingia, mtu anasema 2 years after mmedate vizuri, maisha, kwanza dating life is so exciting. You go out for Java, you get gifts and listening. But mnaingia kwa marriage, big things begin to change. Responsibility come in, children come in, and things divert. And now the love, the feeling is no longer the scope of the marriage.
I heard the servant of God once say it's because in dating, we meet during our best. Maybe mna meetingi weekend. We say amepumzika the whole week. So atakama kuone. But ile ya umemwona on a Monday morning na conscious kwenda job. Umemwona on a Tuesday evening. So living together is different than ile ya
ile ya 1-2 leo kesho next week, you know. But the one you wake up every day with a person, you begin to see the true colors. You begin to see huyu msee anamkaa amejama ama anamkaa amefurahi. And you have to deal with all those kinds of emotions, all those kinds of suppressed things that he has been handling behind the scene that you could not see. Anaenda job anapigiwa kelele na HR yake, hiyo uonangi because you don't live together. But now you are living together, that person comes and he feels like, oh man, I just want to be alone. Na wewe unachukulia hiyo as a threat. You see? And then now if you're not able to speak, useme, by the way, today I had a very stressful day at work, and I just feel like I need some space. If you're not able to communicate that, the other person will take it in another way. Na yeye ata feel like, huyu msee hataki kuniongelesha, you know? Na pia, if people are not able to communicate how they feel and expressing both, useme una feel aje, mimi niseme na feel aje, kutakuwa na ile those suppressed emotions which eventually explode. And that's why small things like flushing the toilet, Colgate umefinya wapi, inaleta burn up anger and conversation. So love does not have to relate to what a man is able to provide or not. They should provide. I'm not saying that sasa mkae, murelax, mufanyiwe. No, they should provide. But if you find a person in a situation that they are not in a capacity to, the best thing you can do is to find out where you can help. Like for example, for you, like you are a mental health advocate, you know, you advocate for mental health. There is something you are doing right here that nobody can see the sense of it. But eventually when this thing begins to make sense, great things begin to happen for you. And if great things begin to happen for you, that person that asked, did you get a job, was like, unafanya kazi? No, but why are you driving? Why do you have a big studio? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Because it is not where you work, it is what you do that makes the difference. Where you are going, the vision, the purpose that you have, and how you are actually pouring yourself into it daily, that makes the difference. So people should not see the now, people should see the future. You know. So my fellow ladies, men, we don't validate a man by the job. We validate a man for who he is and the vision he carries. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So, story love, Pia, it's a bit. Is love an emotion?
Yes, it is an emotion.
Oh. So, you see, your time when nilipitizo vitu zote.
Yeah.
You're losing 2 jobs back to back. Then I was going for comedy auditions. Okay, there's a different platform. I used to perform open mics, but I wanted to try the Churchill, also the Churchill. Because you know, hiyo ndio ilikuwa dream ya kwanza yenye kitambo before we knew comedy, you started with kuona Churchill. So nikajaribu ati nione kani zatokea. Nikaenda ma auditions mingi naambiwa no. Then nika auctioneers ama ni agents. Then kidogo I lost my phone, been mugged, nini. Then tukakuwa evicted. Hizo vitu zote after sa history ya the lady. Sijui mbona ya the lady ili ouch. Then God has a way of communicating to us. Around this time, nilikuwa soma kitabu inaitwa Eat, Love and Pray. Mbona nasahau huyo mwandishi. Eat, Love and Pray. So, Eat, Love and Pray kwa hiyo kitabu, kuna place anaongeanga kuhusu, the elder anaongea kuhusu a psychologist, friend wake mwenye ni psychologist. Anashanga story ya refugees walikuwa toka Cuba. I think wako naenda States or something. Then, along the way, some lost their relatives, some got disabled, some walinizo vitu zote. But you know, time when ulienda kuongea na the therapists, the first thing they talked about ni nini? Ni stories za love. At so and so we were dating, so I was seeing so and so, but they went with my cousin. Like alinyang'anywa love na cousin, sijui nani. Yani stories zao zirotate around love. They didn't talk about the homes they lost. They didn't talk about the relatives they lost. They didn't talk about even the injuries they got. Yeah, love really hit sana. So I don't know how powerful love is. How powerful is love? It's very powerful. Sindio? A soldier. Atenda pigane na Al-Shabaab. Grenade nini. You know, Bruno Mars asemanga, oh, I'll catch a grenade. Are you a good singer?
No.
I'll catch a grenade for you, sijui nini. Those soldiers wanazikatch na wanazithrow, wanafanya everything. They carry their fellow soldiers. Then wakirudi home kidogo, sijui wife amefanya nini, anamaliza wife. Kidogo sijui amekataliwa, anamaliza hiyo nini. Our police officers, our men in uniform, they do great jobs. Hao ndo kulikuwa na sijui maandamano, hao ndo wanatokea. Msee akikufa, hao ndo wanatokeanga kwa scene, sijui nini. So, but kidogo akikataliwa, anamaliza hiyo demo. Kidogo boss wake akichukua, lakini mbona boss achukue demo? Boss akichukua demo, anamaliza boss na demo. Anamaliza boss dem colleagues. Yani, you see, love is so powerful. Very. Love is so powerful. Like, unaweza kuwa pitia vitu mingi. But kama mtu anakupenda vizuri, you'll handle it.
Yani una feeling
I can handle this.
Yeah. And I think why we are saying it's the most powerful. It's because even in the Bible, the Bible says that love is the greatest of them all. Like it is, it carries the weight. It is also love that granted us the access to the throne of mercy.
Amen.
You see? Because if God, our Father in heaven, could not have loved us, he could not have sent his son. It is because of the love he had for us that now we have received redemptions of our sins. So love rotates. It carries so much weight. It carries so much weight. And that's why it's one of the things that when you begin to love someone, it gets inaingianga deep. And each time you see people doing these kinds of behavior, killing the other person, killing yourself, it's because the greatest imetolewa, like it is broken. So there is nothing that feels enough to fill that space.
I have a solution kind of, but it may not be the best. But sasa hii for men, I don't know if even kwa women it fit. So if love is the greatest, but love is to destabilize kidogo. Sio kidogo inaweza to destabilize sana. Why not try and make love not to be the greatest? To bring another antidote. Tuweke love, tuweke purpose.
I love
so
that.
The purpose ikue great, and even when you're in your purpose, you'll easily attract love. Because if you're in love, but they cannot talk in love and they'll never discover their purpose. So niko comfort zone, like nishapendwa. So like do tuji, and this is for people. You know, people are different. There are people who love deeply, passionately, intensely. So if you realize like you go all in love, you hold kidogo. I'll use you as an example, but
it's okay.
A good example of a bad example. In that relationship, you lost yourself.
Sure.
No. The man who said when alikwambia it's over, it felt it's over.
Totally.
It's over.
All, including yourself.
Because you are not. I think purpose also applies for ladies. It's because also you didn't have like a purpose of your own.
Myself.
You didn't have an identity of your own. But if you're in your own purpose, your own identity, if the love doesn't work,
you still find yourself.
You'll still continue. Like that lady after that incident, I think by then I was almost, okay, I would say I was in my purpose. Not I was in my purpose. So after when your job released and everything was falling apart, that's what kept me grounded. Na pia God na mombi and everything. So that's what kept me grounded. But if it was many years back when I was being defined by job titles, and then we amekuja, do you have a job? It would have made me crash.
It could have crashed.
So stabilize yourself with purpose. Then love. Don't lose yourself. Kabisa ati for someone.
For someone. I totally agree.
Sindio?
And that's why we in She Leads Network, actually She Leads, the She is an acronym of self-awareness, healing and empowerment. So I really advocate for ladies to know themselves. Because there is when I learned by this jitui. I don't have a purpose of my own. Like kila kitu yenye nilikuwa nafanya ilikuwa ina revolve around someone. But if you know who you are, and also that solution also will apply to all the ladies as well. Like let's say just people in general. You have to know your purpose, and knowing your purpose has to start by knowing who you are as an individual. And most people ask yourself, sasa who am I? Like ukiambia mtu, tell us, like mtu akikwambia sasa nitajua aje mimi ni nani? You see, that's another question. That's a very key question. And knowing who you are, it just has to start little by little, by starting to know what do you love, what are your values, what do you stand for as a person. For me is respect. Like my father has taught me that since I was a small baby. My dad always says that there is no way you can be able to be honored if you can't be able to respect and humble yourself. Lazima hizo vitu mbili ziendanishe. And he used to say, it doesn't matter the title, ukwe CEO, ukwe nani. Ule mtu mdogo ule kabisa, ule gatekeeper, ule mwenye anafagia, mwenye anakupikia chai. Respect those people. Respect how you talk to them, how you treat them, how you correct them. Because that is one thing that will make you get to higher places. And that's how you leave a legacy behind, by respecting people. So I started learning how to respect, whether you are big or small, whether you are somebody I have never met, whether unauza nini. I don't look at what you do. I look you because you are a person, you are a human being like me, and you also deserve a little bit of respect. And that is one of my values. So I keep aligning myself with that. And most of the time you find that the thing you do or the thing you give is what you receive. Most people say, tunapendana, but we don't give or show that love. So we can't give what we don't have. And even love has to start from within. You have to love yourself first to love the other person right. So purpose has to connect. It's the first thing. Jijue kwanza. Before you enter any relationship, before you start quoting, hata ukiwa una quote in the process, and not quote like dating, the quoting part. Start knowing who are you. And if we get together, like, what is our purpose together? Is it aligning? And that's how far we can go. Na hiyo ndio to keep together even when the love begins to fade away, because it does, especially in marriage, because when you start having responsibilities, uko na watoto sasa 5, wote unataka kutafutia school fees, na uko na kazi yako bwana. You see, kutakuwa na those lovey stuff as it used to be before, but the purpose that both of you have is what will sustain the marriage. Yeah.
The late Miles Monroe, there's a someone talking about God pair up people, he doesn't consider son a love, and consider purpose.
Yes.
Can these two build
something?
Yeah.
That's why I say where two people agree, like people can go far.
Yeah.
So it is not about love, it's just about the agreement, the commitment that we put in the work, and also how we are trying to show up for each other. That makes the difference. Sometimes it's not even the love that keeps people. Moika hivi ukajiuliza, the people that you desire to have in life, for example, the good figure, the good looking, most of the time is not what you get. Do people ask why? It's because if you get the good looking, because that's what the eyes and the flesh want, but what about the purpose?
Yeah, sure.
That's why people don't get far. If you marry someone for the looks, it will not last, because eventually the looks zinaishanga, msa anapata mtoi, the guy anapata kitambi, and things begin to change, you know. So the best thing is marry somebody that you connect, get into a relationship with an end goal. Si ati tujaribu tu, tuone mali tutafika. If it doesn't work, we end it there. Yeah. And if you feel you are not ready, it's okay just to have friends. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. So nilikuwa jiuliza, how can we control our emotions and everything? Yeah. But I got a tattoo last week.
Yeah,
on Sunday. So you can't unyeshane, but anyway. So I was like, I had anticipated itakuwa painful. Then niko naangalia what can I do to reduce the pain. Guess the recommendations.
Alcohol.
No, in fact that wanasema don't take alcohol.
For real? So how do you do it now?
Like wana suggest one, enda kama umekula vizuri. Kama umeshiba. Then hydrate na ukuwe rested before the tattoo. Then I was like, I never thought about at it this way.
What were you expecting to do? Like, uko umefikiria kama mimi?
Sasa hata kwa fikiria maybe alcohol, because there is a song by Vibes Cartel, Caroline Book, and he's drinking, and so, but it was like maybe alcohol, painkiller in advance. Even you should not take a painkiller. So eating, hydrating, and also there's something you said during the like communication. So when you're getting the tat, ukisikia pain imezidi, you tell the artist kidogo. Then don't be don't be afraid to ask for as many breaks as possible.
Yeah.
You get? Now, water, not even milk. I don't know if your time you siku heaven nini ya supply ya maziwa ilikuwa imeisha. Hata sio maziwa, maji. And akatulia. Pilots in aviation waki investigate accidents. Wanaangalianga, had the pilot rested, had they eaten? Unaona? So we can manipulate our emotions. Unaona hiyo siku tulikuwa tunabomolewa. So nilienda kwa majirani nikiwasaidia kutoa vitu zao nini. Nikiingia kwa jirani moja nikamsaidia kutoa vitu. But alikuwa amepika ugali na sukuma nyama. Sasa nilikula nikimsaidia kutoa. Then it was a good thing I did that. Because for the next, so much happened. For the next 6 hours I don't know if I even had time to eat. But at least let them nilikula. So when you are going through life, maybe you are feeling hizo emotions. First, eat. Sindio? Kwanza banana is high energy, instant energy. Eat. Drink water. Like water. Water has a way of calming
down. Hapo kwa maji, I think I remember somebody say, sorry I'm cutting you short. Alikuwa anasema, you see, women are these people who are more emotionally and high in emotions. So this woman was telling people, ukiona unataka kugombana na mzee yako, before uongee kitu, drink, sip water, na ikae hapo kwa mdomo kwanza. You'll find that alone has a way of just suppressing everything. So instead of you reacting, you'll first cool down and then get away on how to respond. So water is good.
Water is breathing. Good. You know, what wanasemanga, it's some things are simple, but the simple things are not easy. Like breathing, like you let to just breathe in before, then you exhale. In a nini. So those things they can help us regulate.
Regulate our emotions.
Speaking of my tat, do you know the tattoo artist told me, I asked him how I handled the pain. Akaniambia from a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being so well, 0 being terrible, it was a 9.5.
Wow.
9.5. Then he was shocked that I went all big for my first start. Like most people don't go all big.
They go small.
Now something scared me. Maybe I'm digressing in this conversation. Something scared me, and it has been scaring me. I didn't initially that needle. I didn't feel pain. Initially I felt ticklish. Alafu hiyo ndo nilikuwa feel uncomfortable, but I don't know, you're breathing na nini, nikatulia. I didn't feel pain as I had thought. I was sharing this with a colleague, anaitwa Debbie. Last year, when I went to the gym. So kidogo tulianzana na trainer kwa bad foot, alafu I was even to train myself. Then siku moja weight kaniangukia kwa mguu kimakosa. But maybe nilijiambia nikipiga nduru watu watakuwa like anaona hata mse nini. So when the weight fell on me, I didn't even flinch. Nilisikia tu ni kama imeniguza, alafu nikaichukua nikaiweka na nikaendelea. Years before, we had gone to do market activation with some of our colleagues TSC. Tulikuwa tunatoa desks place fulani kwa ofisi juu tukuje tuweke nje, like tables. Moja ikanifinya and I was like like ile hiyo. Then a lady colleague na niko na mcrush yanga alikuwa like sijui jikaze sijui nini, but I was in pain. So I don't know if maybe subconsciously I learned to nini pain. Hiyo time ya mguu. The nail baadaye niliona ili peel off. Sasa I have a new toenail. But hata ilikuwa imeanza like there was blood clotting, sikuisikia. Another time later in life, maisha ikanisukuma, nikasema I can start my own business, nikaanza kupikanga ma KDF. Mafuta ikanichoma mguu. Ikanimwagikia mingi. Everybody, sasa tulikuwa na watu wengine. Everybody was like, will feel pain on my behalf.
Yeah.
But I realized you staki kuwasikia hata music. But I didn't feel the pain.
The pain, yeah.
So I don't know if this it's a bit scary for me.
Yeah.
Like my pain tolerance has gone
reduced.
high.
So
and for someone to take their life, two factors have to be in place. You need to be able to tolerate the pain, and you need a certain level of fearlessness.
Yes.
And I thank God now I'm more self-aware, and I'm not in a suicidal state. But if I was in a suicidal state, saizi, it would be dangerous for me because pain tolerance iko low. Afu fearlessness yangu imeenda another level. So right now it would be scary. In fact, I'm paying my pain tolerance irudi.
Yeah. So what I can say is, especially in the pain tolerance, maybe you're not the only one. Maybe there is somebody else out there as well. So I remember when I have worked with a psychologist for a year, and I used to do a lot of research when we were working together. And one thing I can say, you see, pain, some of the time it's a nerve. So most of the time I will recommend that you go check your pain nerve, and because it's something, it's not just something that happens. Najua connect to the brain. So when you do not get to hear the pain, inamaanisha register kwa akili.
Jesus.
Because it's something like a transmitter. Tuko na nerves. We have nerves, we have neurons in our bodies, like things that work, and everything inaanzianga kwa akili. Like how we walk, the pain we feel, and all that, it's something that actually works in our brain. Ni kitu inafanya messengers in our bodies. So if you're not registering pain, it's something you need to check. If there is something that maybe it may lose, it may
but I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to
confirm. Like there was easy
because you need to feel pain.
Like ilikuwa inanisumbua, nilicheza nayo, nikacheza nayo. But tulikuwa field work na some colleagues. So walikuwa mbele, nikabaki nyuma, nikacheza nayo. It was causing discomfort, not pain. Like not ati nilikuwa sikia inanigwara. So
then
nikajitoa, then like damu ikatoka kidogo. I went nika place kuna hotel, nikaomba maji, nikaosha, afu I continued. So baadaye I was like, by the way, something is
wrong. Because I'm trying to imagine all these scenarios. You're supposed to feel pain actually. Ukiangukiwa na weight, you're supposed to feel pain. Not just the discomfort, the pain itself.
The pain.
Yes. And then it's good that now you are noting, because most of the people don't note. Mini bazoo, but in real sense, you have to really confirm that your nerves are working okay, especially the nerves that actually sends a message to your brain about how you feel, the pain, there is just a way our body reacts. You see, even if you just touch like this, the gentle touch, there is something that has to communicate to the brain. Somebody is gently touching me, When somebody pinches you and you feel pain, that pinch is a discomfort that has to register in the brain that actually I'm in pain right here. You see, so you have to really check.
So is that, venye watu wanasemanga, if you are living your dream, nini, slap me if it's a reality. So me hata maombi yangu mingi imejibiwa, like you sitting here, that's an answered prayer, us doing this. But me hata siwezi atijislap if it's a reality, because I'm not slap myself.
You'll not be registered back.
Right now, you can't do anything for free. Unaambia mtu basi hadi anakuona unateseka umezeeka umelimp labda umejeruka miguu lakini msee amepita na boda na hawezi kusaidia. Mafuta imepanda. Hata ukimwambia nifikishe tu pale basi. And then I see what I like we have to show remorse. We have to show empathy. That is emotional intelligence. Self-regulation. Know when to speak and when just to calm it down. When to just breathe in and sip a cup of water. It is very, very key. So let's, as a government, as Kenya, as a nation, let's create spaces for people to learn about emotional intelligence. It's far more important. I totally agree with what Daniel Goleman said. It is far more important than IQ. You can have the greatest IQ in your organization. No mwambie wewe utakuwa CEO because wewe ni mtu mbaya. But that person lacks emotional intelligence. Tell me where that company will go. Nowhere. Because if there is no empathy with your fellow employers, with the people that you are working with, there is no teamwork. And when there is no teamwork, there is no progression. So people have to put this thing is an essence, like emotional intelligence is important. We have to stop taming these emotions. Suppressing them is not a way, is not a solution. It's just one of the most expensive things that cost our lives, cost our families, cost our friends, our relationship. So let's take care of each other, and it always starts within. Emotional intelligence just is from within. So work on yourself, work on who you want to become, embrace the person that you have become, and when things get tough, talk to someone. You are not alone. You are not alone. There are so many people waiting for you to come and seek help. And for a man out there that feels that mimi ni mwanaume siwezi jielezea vile na feel kwa bibi yangu, kwa mabeshte wangu wa mbogi, no. Expressing is not a weakness. Expressing is a strength. It actually tells us who you are as an individual. So for me, I think that is a message to you all. And to all the ladies, I am running a community. Allow me to just...
Yeah, and also mention where people can get your book.
Yeah, so for all the ladies that I'm speaking to, I'm running a community called the She Leads Network. So the She stands for S stands for self-awareness, H stands for healing, and E stands for empowerment. Before empowerment, there is a process of becoming. That is self-identity. You don't need to allow a man or a woman or any other person to define who you are as an individual. You need to know who you are as a person. At our network, that is our job. It is our job to ensure that you find yourself, to know yourself, to heal from the traumas, to heal from the scars, to heal from the mistakes that you feel guilty about and you don't know what to do about them, and that's what is making you stuck, that you can't move forward, that you feel that I can't become the woman I want to become. You want to become a doctor, but you're like, manze mimi nimewahi commit abortion, You want to be this and this and this, but there is so many scars, so many wounds that have not been healed. So this is a platform for us to connect. We always have monthly sessions. Above that, we also have physical meetups where we do so many activities. We do one of the events that we'll be having, unfortunately, maybe what is scaring it happen, but we'll be having our first identity camp. It is an experience where we get to know who we are as an individual. And we will do so many arts. We will create a blueprint map for our lives where we get to know our values, get to know who we are, where we are, and how do we get to become women of excellence. And empowerment, we open a platform for you to connect. Like today I met MD Jiru, and today maybe probably a lady of mine will be like, I want to participate in something, and I'll be like, I know someone. So it is a place for us to connect, to get empowered, and to reach our full potential. Other than that, I've written a book called Beyond High School, and this goes to every person who has just completed high school and are trying to join campus, and you're wondering what's next after here. That book is for you. It will teach you and show you how to be yourself, how to know yourself, how to build lasting friendships and relationships, and not to make the mistakes I did when I was on campus. And lastly, sexual awareness, because sexual is integrity. If you don't keep your dignity, most of the times it becomes a limitation to becoming the women that we want and also the people that God has intended for us. So you can get my book. My number will be placed here, and also I've thank God because of this connection, because right now MDG will help me create a platform where I can also put my books so that you can also
it will be available at
Nuria.
Yeah, tell them that.
Yeah, it will be available at Nuria.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank
as
you.
at the airing of this video, it's available at Nuria.
Okay.
As at the
airing of this book, of this video.
As we air.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, you tell them as we air.
Yeah, so as we air the book, as we air this video, so the book will be found at Nuria. So kindly purchase it. It's only going for 1,000 shillings, and I'll be so glad. So I hope that book will be an eye opener to you who feels like uncertain about what campus is all about and what should I do to get prepared for it. That book will answer all those questions. And lastly, thank you so much. Your life is important. You as a person is important. You don't just need to survive, you need to live it. You need to experience it, you need to enjoy it. So every emotion that you go through, it's a plus. Just enjoy, embrace it, and get the courage to maneuver it through support. And we are always here to support you. So thank you so much. So we are done. Wow.
Hello everyone, my name is Beatrice Mbithe.
Hello, my name is Timothy Abor. I'm a counseling psychology student from AMREF International Training Center. I'm also part of the Akilibomba psychosocial support team and a facilitator at Center for gaming therapy. Hello, my name is Timothy Abor. I'm a counseling psychology student from AMREF International Training Center. I'm also part of the Akilibomba psychosocial support team and a facilitator at Joshua Resource Center for gaming therapy. I'm privileged to be here today, and I would suggest that we look into the root of the self, to get beneath the surface, to understand the person better, the self better, so that we can make more informed decisions, clearer decisions about how to navigate through life and challenging thoughts. And so when we learn about the root of the self, it might not fix everything, but I'm hoping that it will help us to
It will be a good start.
It will be a good start and help you to stop attacking yourself,
sure.
Or to stop turning against yourself rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not funny, but sometimes when we pray, Lord, protect me from my enemies. Yet, if someone is suicidal, they are their own enemy.
They're their own enemy.
It's like you're telling God, God, protect me from myself.
Mm-hmm. That's very profound, and I'll be looking into that.
Yeah.
It's actually, you know, suicide or suicidal thoughts are a biological signal.
Okay.
It's an electrical biological signal. I'd have to go into scientific terms to explain this. Allow me just for this one
Sure.
to explain what the nervous system is.
Okay.
So the nervous system is a communication and control network that regulates thoughts,
Okay.
sensations, and involuntary actions like breathing and digestion.
Okay.
So it comprises of the brain, which is the central nervous system, and the nerves, which are the peripheral nervous system. And so it processes sensory input and dictates motor output to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis. I know that's a lot, but within all that, there's almost everything that happens in life.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when you say it's an electrical signal, it's supposed to guide you. The brain is supposed to guide you to find solutions. But when it is overwhelmed, it can, now it alarms you. It doesn't guide you. To be alarmed. And the alarm may sound like, I can't do this, I want out, I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the signal that is coming from your nervous system.
Okay.
It's signaling you that you're tired. And the brain takes emotional pain as a threat. So kama kuna emotional pain, it tries to escape the emotional pain. So that's where we come to a point where we're having suicidal thoughts.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of alarm, I don't know what my brain is doing to me, but me and my brain in the morning, alarm iki go on, ama is it off? We snooze again, tunalala alafu tunaamka. So hiyo alarm ikikuja hivyo, is it possible to snooze?
It might not be, even if you snooze it, it is something that is itakuja tu, ita hide in your subconscious and it will come out through other ways, through behaviors. Utajipata ukisuppress kitu, ita come out through another behavior. And eventually ita come out. You can never hide something from your own brain.
I think even the another update nimepata from my brain. I think the best thing is, even with the alarm, when you snooze, it will continue. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, itaendelea. The best thing is to turn off the alarm. If now you want to sleep, is to turn off the alarm.
The best thing to do is to wake up, because if you snooze, but whatever you're waking up to do is still there. So even here, if you snooze the alarm that's saying, that's showing the emotional pain, if you snooze it, the emotional pain is still there.
If you turn it off?
Now turning it off is a process. You see, it's not just, it's your kitupap.
But I like how you are saying now, it's better now to wake up to the emotional pain and deal with it than snoozing or turn it off. You almost don't have a choice but to face it because it is here. And I like to think of it as there's this quote, the storm passes, the ocean remains. The ocean remains.
Kunaweza kuwa na storm, even a tsunami, and you wipe the shore and the buildings hapo kando, but the ocean, after the storm, the ocean still remains. So as humanity, we are, when things are working properly, the ocean is supposed to remain after the storm. But now they are, of course, we are unique. We are not the ocean. We have similar qualities, but we have the conscious choice ya kuchagua, we will not remain. And so that becomes the challenge. And to do this, I wanted to look at the three selves. Okay. There's the self, as it is, kama hiyo ni the natural self, biological. Mwili yako inakupea signal, you need to eat. The awareness of self decides what you will cook, because now you're aware, you'll decide to cook. Body imekwambia uko njaa, wewe decide to cook. Alafu the concept of the self inakwambia mimi sikulangi mboga, kulanga tu nyama. So hiyo ni concept of the self, na iko focal point of consciousness ni ego. The ego is the one that makes the choice about now here the self concept. And so easy, when these selves are in conflict, that's where again suicidal thoughts come in. When the self and the awareness of self are fighting each other. The self does not like the awareness of the self. If I can rephrase that, ama nipeane a different example. There is a self that feels pain and the self that observes the pain. So unaweza kuwa feel pain, but kuna vile pia una observe your pain. Right? It happens in two dimensions. Yeah. And so the mind will obviously try to escape this, because when this is happening, kuna a void that is created. Then I feel the emptiness that comes. Jesus actually, if I may bring in a Bible verse, during Easter, I decided to read through the crucifixion story.
Okay.
Na kuna a Bible verse when Jesus was praying right before he was crucified, where he says, I am filled with sorrow to the point of death. It was Matthew something, I'm not sure I can find it within the blink of an eye, but it says that I'm sorrowful to the point of death. And as humans, we can get to that point. And at the end, so it's about trying to reconcile these three selves. The self, the awareness of self, and the self-concept zikuwe closer to each other. As zikuwe too far from each other. Yes. And that brings me to my own experience. When about 6 years ago,
Okay.
was it 6? Let me just stay with 6 or 7.
6 to 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nimeisema tu like automatically, hata sija calculate.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was deep in addiction. I was doing heroin. And when you take these drugs, they mess up with your brain chemistry.
Okay.
Tunajua, tunajua, but there's a chemical, again I'll go scientific kidogo, but there's a chemical called dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah.
Maybe umesikia about it kidogo. So drugs, they affect this chemical, how it's released in your body. And dopamine makes you feel a sense of satisfaction from doing things.
Yeah.
Like if you just, let's say, unaweza cheza ball, you feel a sense of, I feel good. But when dopamine is cut short, you don't feel satisfaction from even the basic, the things that you feel satisfaction from. And usually inaweza kuwa maybe an illness, a mental illness, so we need to also be keen on ourselves. Maybe unaweza kuwa na bipolar, unaweza kuwa na ADHD na ujui. So we should be close to the mental health community and embrace, it's a part of life. It's almost a core part of life, but society, there are pillars in society.
Yeah.
Na emotional health imekuwa huku nyuma.
Yeah.
Watu wana focus on physical health, most likely, ama intellectual health. Okay, intellectual health and psychological health, they go hand in hand. But I think tuna focusingi sana on physical. Hata ukiambia mtu maybe you need a certain kind of maybe mtu tu ako pabaya na unaona tu, unamwambia tu bro, maybe you need to seek help. But yeye atasema saa mbona niende niongeleshe na bado sina kitu ya kukula. So it
ama pia mtu ana limp. People wata feel more pathetic towards them juu physically ina manifest. But mtu ana undergo kitu kama psychological pain, emotional pain. Because watu waioni, they don't even empathize. So tuna focus more na kenye tunaona, the physical.
And usually your emotional health when sasa inaonekana, it's already, if not too late, it's already quite bad. By the time inaonekana, it's very bad. Na tunaonanga signs, but we are too busy trying to fix other things and we ignore it. So the advice is don't ignore it. When the brain sends alarm signals, you need to respond to it promptly.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so nilikuwa nasema the 3 S's. Na hizi 3 S's, I'll go now to the 3 P's. Because the 3 S's also experience this. This is pain, pleasure, and purpose.
Pain, pleasure,
and
purpose. Okay.
So let's look at them also like pillars.
Okay.
Purpose is the central pillar. Let's put pain on the left and pleasure on the right. So pleasure is, most of us are striving towards pleasure. And life is almost like striving towards pleasure, going away from pain, while rooted in purpose. Because when you go towards pleasure without purpose, for example, kama uko, you're going for sexual pleasure, na you don't have any purpose, ama una any foundation, you can end up having too many sexual relationships, and they can risk. Even if not physical, you can also emotional risk. When you are involved with different people, you sacrifice your boundaries, you also lose yourself when you, to some extent. And so the goal inakuanga ku stay hapo, to be driven in purpose.
Okay.
Because pain is also, to get resilience through pain because of purpose. You can, hata unaweza, skip rope, you feel the pain in your legs, but the purpose of reaching out, the impact, ndio inakupea the resilience to go through. Yeah.
Speaking of, I like the umezilink. There is a quote by Jim Rohn, I hope I will do justice to it. Inasemanga that purpose can pull you through a bad day, sometimes a bad week, sometimes even a bad month. And sometimes you can even have a bad year, a whole bad year. It's imekuwa too difficult for you. But when you have purpose, purpose will pull you through it. But when you don't have purpose, everything else ikikuja sasa ina collapse. But when you have purpose, it keeps you.
Exactly. Yeah. And now purpose, most of the time, it's not that it's not there. It's only that you're not connected to it. Now most of the time you're not connected because of, let's say, kuna static. Ni kama we ni radio. There are the signals, there are radio stations that have your purpose, the music of your purpose. But kuna static ina block your radio station. So uski, maybe the static is depression or a sense of existential meaninglessness or emptiness. Kwa Bible inaitwa divine abandonment, where you feel like you have been abandoned by divinity itself, which inakaa kuwa very painful. When you're abandoned by divinity itself, that's a very...
Who do you turn to after that?
Who do you turn to, you know? But in life, and also in spirituality, there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know. Like I was here when you were speaking, Jana, and you spoke about how spirituality, unaweza kosa jibu.
Yeah, sure.
And you will feel the divine abandonment. Now, it's part of life. It's part of humanity.
The wilderness.
And actually, your uncertainty, it's not that hata your God's purpose iko ni situ atuoni at the end of it.
Then kuna mtu akisikia purpose, maybe anafikiria it's something, this grand thing, ndio purpose. Maybe unaweza...
that brings me back to the ego. Your purpose when unaiona, it's the ego that is defining your purpose. Na part of it even comes from your DNA. Unaweza pata family yenu, maybe kuna family zenye zikuwa strictly they, let's say, go through a certain profession, so kuna pressure go through that. So let's say umeingia kwa a profession, hiyo ni basically because of your DNA. Uko kwa hii family, so wamekupressure uingie kwa. Ama hata tu hiyo ndo the only thing you're familiar with. So the brain also goes to what is familiar. Sometimes itakangi kitu unknown sana. Sometimes pia ni adventurous, but it's both of them. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So now I'll look at survival system.
Before you have finished the 3 P's.
I finished the 3 P's, yes.
I was reading somewhere about pain and pleasure.
Yes.
So wanasema when you are given, when the brain is given two options, one, to avoid pain or to seek pleasure, the brain goes for avoiding pain.
It does.
Yeah. So for example, unakutanga like filing of tax returns. Sindio? Wakiaka there is a penalty for not filing in time, watu wengi wata file juu ya it's easier to make people file juu ya avoid penalty.
Yeah, true.
Lakini ukiweka incentive waseme when you file in time utapata sijui nini. Do you know most people will not even file in time due to the incentive? Utakolika, this incentive is not. Yani, someone will do their best not to lose 100 shilling than to gain 100 shilling.
Yeah. Yoni, again, a very natural biological, like I was saying, it's a biological signal again. Brain iko built to survive.
That's the reason.
Its first instinct ni to survive, not even to thrive. Now,
that's the reason. So even that's why even in romantic relationships, you find people have been stuck in a toxic relationship ijakuwa ikiwork. Venye tumesema about we seek familiarity. So there's someone ajuang, this relationship is not the best that I can do, but I stick now. So they are avoiding the pain of breakup, the pain of being alone. What's the alternative? Seek pleasure in terms of there is a better relationship, there is a safer relationship, there's a relationship that you thrive. But because when you mesema your brain is designed for survival, so you can survive na hii.
Yeah, only the primary part of the brain, of course.
Even with jobs, unakuta so tu ni stick na hii job as much as maybe even the salary is not enough, maybe the working environment is toxic, maybe there's no career advancement, but pure uncertainty. I don't want to deal with the uncertainty of kutuma CV kufanya nini. What's the other alternative? Seek a new job. Like you can even get a job that inakupea maybe inakupea even times 10 of what you're currently earning. Iko na more career advancement, iko na nini, but the brain imedesigniwa tu.
And also when the same brain has gone through experiences that are challenging, find a way to, how would I put this? The brain finds a way to escape, like I said, but also I'm trying to look for the word.
It becomes the new norm, like the pain.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. When the pain you may experience so many times, your ability to dream for a future, to dream to envision a good future, inakuwa distorted. Because you can only see the a distortion. You are unable to envision the future or even just dream. Hata kuimagine tu. Hata kuka even imagine myself being happy inakuwa tangumu, which is only imagination.
Imagination. Umenikumbusha meme fulani ati dem amepost ati imagine sijui una date msee sijui nani sijui 1M per month, what have you, nini. So someone replied to that post akamuuliza aje, even in your imaginations, you don't even have, even in your imaginations, sio wewe una earn ni mtu mwingine, you're still relying on someone else. But aseme, I can imagine myself maybe even earning a meter a month. But hata kwa imagination yake.
Because imagination bado, we try to make it as logical as possible. Brain pia, you can't lie to yourself.
Sure.
You can't lie to yourself. You can try to fake it till you make it, which is very advisable. Try to fake it till you make it, but at the back of your mind always know there are these limitations, there are these challenges, and don't hide from them. Don't say they don't exist. As much as you hope for kuna phrase nasimanga, keep your hopes up high, but your head on the ground. Akili yako inaweza kuwa uko juu but uko grounded, you are still in reality. You are dreaming of the best, but you're also realizing life also has many dynamics. Yeah. So it's a delicate dance. It's a dance.
Sure.
Yeah. So kuna hii survival system, kuna the F's zinaitwa the 4 F's. Fight, flight, freeze, na fawn. Fawn. F-A-W-N. Hii ni ile yenye mtu ana do everything to please others. I mean, you even lose yourself to please others. That's also a coping mechanism in the brain. When you are una lose boundaries, unafanya things to please others, and you even neglect yourself. A freeze ni ile you are facing something challenging and you're like, I can't do this. You just freeze.
And it happens. But then sometimes you're freezing. Hizi vitu zingine zina happen involuntarily. There was a day nilikuwa naenda kuvuka barabara, then bode ikakuja like from nowhere. Then ningemaliza tu kuvuka, nikajipata nimesimama, ni kama I'm trying to hold it. Uzuri it wasn't speeding. Then baadaye nikajiuliza mbona siku sasa the logical part inaniambia mbona just maliza kudash, but I stood and I tried to
Sapo, you know, it's a split second decision. And the brain is making decisions based on very limited information. When someone is suicidal, they're making decisions based on what they are seeing or what they are feeling, but what they are seeing and feeling is not everything. And they're also focusing on a certain feeling, a certain thought, and neglecting other thoughts. Unaweza kuwa na the thought, I don't believe I can get this job. There might be also a thought inasema, maybe if I try, I could get it, but sasa only kuna voice yenye ina winningi at the end, na ina decide your next step.
In a split nini? Which makes me think, is it possible to train, like, sasa, is it possible to train mtu to unfreeze? Like, sasa, in future, nikijipata situation kayo, badala ni freeze, nimalize mbio. Is it possible to train yourself?
It is possible because whatever your reaction is, you may react based on what you have gone through your whole life. You may react based on you. You react based on, let's say, hapo una time ya kufikiria, let's say when if wa Sauti Sol, ingekuwa bien angedu. Una time ya kufikiria ama kufikiria mentor yako ama kufikiria the best possible. Utafikiria to the thing that will get you out of that situation at that time. Na utakuwa na time ya kujudge. Hapo una time ya kujudge whether this is the right move to make. Juu ungeanza kufikiria ni songe ama ni ungegongo. Si ndio? Ungeanza kufikiria ungekuwa split between kama ufanye hivyo ama tu ukimbie ungegongwa. Si ndio? So you can train it, yes, ni a process. Na hii process kuna aspects ama aspects of the self that I'll get into, which is the spiritual self, physical self, intellectual, relational and emotional. So hizi pillars pia tunafaa kuzi-strengthen so that you are a whole person. Ukiwa maybe physical things are going well, but emotional, uko in turmoil, you're still not in a place that you'd want to be. I believe so. Yenye pia watu wana neglectingi sana ni, I don't know, spirituality. When things are going well physically, spirituality yako unaweza neglect. Na spirituality is not necessarily religion. It's seeking higher meaning, higher purpose. And as humans, we want things to make sense. That's why we go for spirituality, because we want to explain what is happening. But again, as I said, we are explaining from a very finite body. Our body is finite. Our senses are limited. So you can't define unlimited things using a limited. So that's why we just have to accept that, okay, you know, life iko hivi. Kuna vitu tu siwezi nini, but I can try to find a sweet spot in here, hapa katikati mali, within the parameters unaweza influence.
I like how you saying about acceptance. Sasa ufike place una accept afu. Yeah. But tena sio acceptance ya kuna situation mtu ana accepting but they don't do anything about it. Like there is, I tend to define acceptance in two ways. There is resigned acceptance and non-resigned acceptance.
Sorry, resigned?
Resigned acceptance and non-resigned.
Okay, non-resigned. Okay.
Yeah. For example, as we are recording this, it's raining. Sindio?
Yes. We
have to accept if someone has to step out, there's nothing you can do about the weather. So we shall accept you, we make peace now. But sasa, non-resigned acceptance ni, there's nothing you can do about the weather, but at least you can wear a raincoat and carry an umbrella. No.
Exactly.
Yeah. So resigned acceptance ni ile ya sipati job. But then the job market in Kenya, kupata job saizi, some of hizi corporate jobs saizi ni ngumu kidogo. Sindio?
Yeah, true.
So that's the reality. So you accept that. But non-resigned acceptance ni, okay, kupata hizi corporate jobs ama hizi white collar jobs ni ngumu kidogo, but neza fanya kitu ingine. I can even start my own company and sasa ni create wasi wengine job.
Exactly. Na kuna kungana hiyo when tu umesema the job market is society pia ina coming up with conclusions. Kama hivi wa Kenya tunajua tu our system is not working for us. We come up with an able tunasema kufind job ni ngumu. Yes, it's true. And yes, also you need a job. So what do? You also can't stop looking for a job.
Yeah.
Unaweza pata hata labda wewe ndio the lucky one mwenye ndio watu ni ngumu kupata job tu utapata.
Wewe utapata.
You still have to try na even when you try you might learn something that will improve your way of communicating ama inaweza hata kulead maybe into a business. Sasa zingine hata stories are the most, kuna mtu anaweza kuwa rejected job apate sasa ameanza business na hiyo business imeshika.
Yeah, sure.
So kuna always life always offers a get out of jail card. Kuna game ya Monopoly. So kuna always a get out of jail card even if things are zimeshika tu ziko mbaya. At some point inaweza ku jail card. So if mtu maybe anaweza kuwa too patient enough ku weather that storm. Eventually you kuja. It's nature, duality, things just change is part of nature. So kama vitu ziko chini zitakuja juu ni it's the system.
I like how unasema hiyo the duality part. Kuna mtu kwa sema the same way sometimes mtu ana expect something bad can happen. Also something good can happen. There is a place nataka kurudisha na I would love you to dwell on it kidogo and it's a bit scary. Hiyo ya split second. And you are a psychologist, a trained psychologist, ndio? So I think you'll be in a better position.
I'm still in training.
Still in training, yes. But you'll be, I hope umecover hiyo unit yenye nataka kuuliza. So you'll be in a better position kusema, verify kenye nasema kani ukweli ama si ukweli. One, not everyone who takes their life has an underlying mental health condition. Najua watu wengi, by the way, suicide is not a mental health condition.
Suicide is not a mental health condition. Well, it is a mental health challenge.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yes, indio. Yeah. And not everyone who takes their life akona underlying mental health condition.
That is an interesting. Now you see a mental health condition inaweza kuwa kuna mtu maybe too. Okay, I'm not sure I can answer this, to be honest.
Let me set it up maybe, then itanini. Also, there is a friend of mine mwenye anawaka at Mathare Hospital. Niliona mepost kitu na it's something I always kinda knew it, but when I put a voice to it afu na profession yake nikaona kweli like imevalidate kinko asema. Akasema aje, not everyone who uses drugs ama akona under hiyo substance use at end up having mental health issues. Na kuna watu wakona mental health issues but they've never used drugs. Na kuna watu wamekuwa under drugs nini and they don't develop mental health issues. So that's good to put it out there. So I'm still setting up. Hii setup ni ndefu kidogo. So kuna unasema mtu akisemaje, like before I did my attempt, I first did my attempt when I was 10 but nikasahau, na you know the way your mind inabali vitu nikasahau. Then I remember at one point in my life nikiambia watu mimi can never take my life. Hata nikasawingia when I was 10 I did it. Then when I was around 22 23 I did sasa another attempt. Unaona?
Yes.
When I did that attempt, I was not depressed. Like, it wasn't that I was depressed or anything. Like, I could tell I was not depressed. Then later on in life, there was a time I was so depressed, like a major depressive episode, but I was not suicidal. Then there are people who everything is just going on well. Maisha yake imekuwa well. There's no history of mental health condition in the family. There's no family history. And I have tick hizo box za nini. Then hiyo split second. Then kitu inafanyika, like someone can wake up today and take their life today, but imefanyika leo, like jana ungejaribu kuanalyze hata yeye mwenyewe hangejua. So kuna hiyo aspect tunakuanga like me can't take my life. Sasa kitu yenye imenisikia sana ni venye umesema something about split second, like vitu zinaweza happen within an hour, 2 hours, a day, and everything it change na someone will take their life.
It is very possible, yes, because of the nature of life, very chaotic. It's very chaotic, yet still, as much as yes, it can happen like that. Still, now when it comes to deciding, haikuangi split second decision when you contemplate it for a while, because hata ukipata that challenge, kuna the walk towards ama kuna the journey towards let's say kwenda kununua hiyo kitu yenye tenda kama ni dao naenda kumeza unaweza kuna time ya kwenda kunini, so sio split second.
I get
there's a time gap hapo katikati. So iko na more ways to address it. And for me actually ni very challenging because nilikuwa nimefikiria over a technique where when you're having suicidal thoughts you would sit down with these thoughts. Hadi ulete radio, an imaginary radio. This is all happening in your head sasa. You bring in these suicidal thoughts, unaipea so mimi naipea the body of myself nikiwa mtoto. So ni kama myself as a child is telling me why they are suicidal. Na sasa the reason I'm using myself as a child is children wanakuanga brutally honest. Mtoto atakuuliza anko, kwa nini unanga pesa? Na hivyo ndo pia our mind inakuanga to us.
Anko, mbona unanti?
Usiniulize hivyo. So anyway, ina happen hivyo na ni
so ukipea umeleta the radio, umepea your body the nini?
Nimepea my younger self, nimeka radio na my younger self ananiambia why they are suicidal. Because you can never suppress the reason. You need to know why and you need to bring it to the surface. Saa zingine inaweza need a trained therapist maybe to take you through this. Inaweza kuwa very challenging, but it's very necessary.